Please remember to post a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can always get my latest travel videos. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to answer viewer questions about Lisbon, Portugal. Elizabeth from Rhode Island asks, what should I carry with me when I'm in Lisbon or other European cities? Do I need to carry around my passport all the time? Elizabeth, that's a really good question and I'm glad you asked it. What you can do is take a couple of photocopies of your passport before you leave home and put them in Ziploc sandwich bags so that they don't get rained on or they don't get wet. And you should be able to carry those around Lisbon, and that should be able to help you. Now, the one thing about traveling around Europe or even Portugal is that if you move between cities and you get on a train that goes between cities, often they will ask for your passport and you have to show your identification before you get onto the train. That is if you're leaving the city. Now, if you're taking a commuter train to a suburb of that city or you're taking the subway, usually you won't have to do that. Also, some locations that are extremely busy, like very famous museums, may require your passport as ID to prove that you're the one who bought the ticket. That's likely not going to happen in Lisbon, but it may happen in other European cities. At the Alhambra in Granada, for example, you can't get in there without a passport, and it has to be a valid passport, and they scan your passport before you go in. So that's the one form of ID that they'll accept. They won't accept your scanned ticket or a paper ticket to get in. So that happens, and that is becoming more common in Europe for very, very crowded sites. You do need your ID, and that would be your passport, because that's the only valid piece of ID that's recognizable in Europe. Keep in mind, the Europeans can carry around their citizenship card, but you're going to have to carry around your passport for those occasions. So plan carefully, but if you are not going to a major museum or art gallery, and there are none like that in Lisbon that you would need to worry about, and if you're not moving around cities, for example, you're not taking a train from Lisbon to Porto, you're going to be perfectly fine just having a photocopy of your passport to carry around the city. Okay, hope that helps, and thank you for your question. Paula from Ohio asks, should I avoid traveling on the iconic number 28 tram? I've heard from travel videos that it's very crowded on the tram and it's full of pickpockets. Well, Paula, what you have heard is not a myth. The iconic number 28 tram is very crowded. There's a huge long lineup for it. However, whether it's loaded with pickpockets or not, I don't know about that. It's loaded with tourists, I know that. There's very few locals that ride on those trams. But if you guard your valuables and you want to go on that tram, it's a neat ride. There are other alternatives to get to where the number 28 tram goes. And one of the alternatives is there's an escalator that a lot of people don't know about right behind where the number 28 tram picks you up. And you can just take the escalator and it'll take you to the top of the hill. So you might want to try that if you're afraid of pickpockets and crowds. But it is crowded and there is a huge lineup for the number 28 tram. Thank you for your question and hope this helps. Tamara from Saskatchewan asks, I've been told that walking the hills in Lisbon can be treacherous or even hazardous. Is that true? Tamara, that may not be a myth. If you're fit and active and you're used to climbing hills or doing stairmasters or any kind of physical activity, it may be good exercise for you as you climb the hills in Lisbon. But if you have any kind of mobility issues or challenges, it can be very, very challenging. And there's a few different alternatives to that. And here's what I would recommend. Number one, the trams are going to be crowded. The number 28 tram is going to be crowded. So what I would suggest is instead of taking, they'll have tuk-tuks, tourist tuk-tuks and things like that. My suggestion is very simply get a Bolt, which is a rideshare app, and get to where you want to get to up the hill using Bolt. It's incredibly inexpensive in Lisbon. And just get up there and then use a Bolt to get back. That's what I would suggest instead of using any kind of tourist transport like the tram number 28 or the little tuk-tuks, the tourist tuk-tuks that take you around. Bolt is going to be much cheaper for you. I hope that advice helps you, and hope you have a safe vacation. Yvonne from New York State asks, can I safely walk on the cobblestone streets in Lisbon? I've heard that if it rains, it can be very slick on the cobblestone streets, and it's very easy to get to fall and get injured. Is that true? Yvonne, that is not a myth. The cobblestone streets in Lisbon are made of polished marble, and they can be quite slick. Now, they do have some treading on them because the cobblestones are spaced with mortar, so you will get some traction. It's not just pure marble. So you will get some traction, but you need to be careful. One thing you should avoid is any kind of high heel shoes. They'll get stuck in those cobblestone streets, and they will get stuck in cobblestone streets anywhere in Europe, but not just in Lisbon. But wear sensible shoes with good treads and just walk very carefully, especially if after it rains. The good news is in Lisbon, in the main areas where there are the white marble cobblestone streets, there's no hills, so you'll be walking on a flat surface. So that's the good news. But so be careful and enjoy your trip. Again, thank you for your questions. I hope they've helped you and also all my viewers. And please stay tuned for more of my travel videos. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, post a like, and hit the notification bell for future videos.